Patriots! The AVID program is hosting a Marvel-themed Spirit Week next week, October 26th through the 30th. Even though it's sponsored by the AVID program, all students and staff are invited and encouraged to participate. You can post your pictures and stories and tag the Heritage, AVID, and ASB pages on Twitter and Instagram. Monday brings us the Mind Stone, so let us know. What would you like to control in your life? Tuesday is the Reality Stone, so what would you like to change about the world? Wednesday is the Space Stone. Where would you like to travel or teleport to? Thursday brings us the Time Stone, so post a memory you would like to relive. Finishing the week for Friday is the Power Stone, so let us know what gives you power throughout the day.
Hi everyone, my name is Jazlyn Solano, and you guys are watching Jazlyn the Science Chick. Today we're going to be making blobs in a bottle. You're going to need some vegetable oil, some fizzing tablets, food coloring, and a funnel to put the oil and water together. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pour the oil not to the very top, around right here. So maybe another 2/4. Now what you're going to do is you're going to get any color food coloring that you would like. I'm going to we'll do purple. Drop it in there. As you guys could see, it's only colored purple at the bottom, but if you move your way up, you could see little tiny dots of food coloring. The next thing you're gonna do is get a Alka-Seltzer tablet. You're gonna break it in half, and you're going to insert that. So now we're gonna add another tablet to make even more. Okay, so now we're gonna add a couple more tablets just to see if anything else can happen. From the top view, you can see the bubbles coming up. You can see bubbles coming up and down throughout the water bottle. You can see large clumps of what seems to be water mixed with food coloring that are making its way up to the top because of the Alka-Seltzer tablets. So we could say that the Alka-Seltzer tablet, since it's being dropped into the water, it is causing the water mixed with the food coloring to come up and cause this reaction. That looks like SpongeBob. Okay guys, that's all for the experiment today. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me do this. It was actually kind of interesting to see how the water in the Alka-Seltzer moved its way up to the top through the oil, and it formed a blob in the bottle. It's a pretty fun experiment. I hope you guys learned a little bit about some different types of reactions throughout this video. I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!
What's up, Patriots? My name is David Yeager, and welcome back to your super special workout regimen. And for today, we're going to be doing our legs. Now, you may be asking yourself, David, why do I need to work out my legs? Well, let me tell you, okay? Legs, leg day, whatever you want to call it, it develops your strength and your power, improves your athletic ability for all my athletes out there. It reduces your risk of injury, you know, it gets your muscles, it protects yourself. It contributes to weight loss also. It's kind of hard to believe, but yes, it does. So let's get right into it. Okay, so for the first exercise, we have squats. Now, everybody's heard of squats, you know, but actually they're one of the best workouts for your legs, and you can do it with and without weights. Personally, guys, on this series, we're doing everything at home without equipment. So we're gonna be doing these without weights. We're going to be doing 20 to 25 of these. Squats really don't provide that much strain, at least for me personally. I don't know about you guys, but anyways, so it's going to be you're basically trying to like sit down in a chair, sort of, but it's just on air, you know. It's kind of hard to explain. It's better to see me doing it right now. But just make sure you keep that back straight. You can either put your arms out, put them on your head, do whatever you gotta do. But yeah, 20 to 25 of those. The next exercise is lunges. It's basically the squats cousin, you know. You're just really reaching one knee out, getting down in that position, and then you can alternate your legs, or you can just do 15 to 20 with one leg and switch it and do it with the other leg. So yeah, you can alternate them or do them all at the same time, but just do 15 to 20 for each leg. Okay, and for the final exercise is calf raises. Now guys, this is really to get your calves bigger. It seems easy, but it's actually really hard if you start to do it for a long time, which we are gonna do. We're gonna be doing calf raises for 1 minute. The way you do these is you just go on your tippy toes and don't land on your heel, but lower your heel. So you're just going up and down, never landing, for 1 minute straight, and you will start to feel the burn. Now these whole 3 exercises, you want to repeat them maybe 3 times to really just get your maximum productivity. Okay, that was it for your super special workout video for today. Hope you guys get them legs bigger, and I'll see you next time.
What's up guys, it's Paris, and today we're going to be following a Bob Ross painting tutorial. So, I will tell you the episode number and season number right here on the canvas in case you want to follow along or just paint along with me. If you don't know who Bob Ross is, he basically has a whole show of him just painting and doing different paintings each episode. He is a very good painter, and what he can do in 30 minutes, it takes me about like 2 hours. So bear with me. Anyway, I'm not a good painter. So if it ends up being bad, you guys can't be mean to me about it. So yeah, let's get started with the materials you're gonna need and the colors. You're gonna need white paint and black paint, green, purple, like a dark purple, and a bunch of different blues. You're also gonna need pink, which I don't have. I'm just gonna mix it with white and red. A cup of water for your paintbrushes. I'm using a paper plate as like the thing I put my paint on and paint from. Also, I suggest a paper towel or something to wipe the brushes off. So, paintbrushes, obviously. Okay, so what I did was dip my brush into the water. It just makes it easier to paint when the brush is softer. So what I did was I got my red and put it on my paper plate. And basically what we're gonna do to start off the painting is kind of go from right here across and just paint like kind of like X's, if that makes sense. He uses like this weird light red to start off the sky. It's very interesting. I do not know how to paint like that. So what I did was mixed red and white together to make this like pink color because I do not have a pink. This is what the sky is gonna start off as. So keep that in mind if you're painting with me. I'm gonna be making the top part of the sky. This he does with blue. Basically taking a darker blue and going into the corners of each side. So now we're going to be making like little distant trees, and I'm actually going to put it like right here. Okay, so that's like the outline of the trees. I don't really like how this is turning out, but we're trying, and that's what matters. So now I'm going to be making a line of trees directly underneath. So basically what I did was I made a little side right here where there's 2 trees, a little tiny island, and
little, whatever those things are, little reflections of the trees. So now I'm gonna actually add in some flowers. So the next thing we're gonna do is make a huge tree right here. I'm going to use a bigger brush for this. Okay guys, so I finished the painting. It took me a while, but I persevered. And yeah, I think it turned out all right, but I hope you guys enjoyed painting with me today. I will see you guys in another video. Please stay safe, wear a mask, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
My name is Samantha, and today I want to talk about something that could be affecting you, your family, and even your friends. According to adoptuskids.org, there are currently 400,000 children in foster care in the U.S. Of that 400,000, about 60,000 children under the age of 18 live in California. And finally, out of that 60,000 in California, there are a total of 26 foster youth here at Heritage High School. I'm going to be talking to you about the social and emotional effects of the foster care system and the foster youth here at Heritage. But what exactly is foster care? It's the system in which a minor has been placed into a ward, group home, or private home of a state-certified caregiver, often referred to as a foster parent, or with a family member approved by the state. It starts when a child becomes a part of a social service agency and continues even after a child is placed with a caregiver. As they grow older, the foster youth, unfortunately, statistically become more prone to have psychological issues that are out of their control. For example, 14.2% of foster youth are diagnosed with depression and anxiety, versus the 3.1% of kids that aren't in the system. 25.2% are also diagnosed with stress disorder. It's also important to note that only 59% of kids in the foster care graduate. In today's episode, I've interviewed 3 individuals that are knowledgeable of the inner workings of the foster care system. Melissa Verduzco, a social worker who received her undergraduate at Mount San Jacinto College and her bachelor's degree at Cal State East LA, provides an insight working as part of an emergency response team for the County of Los Angeles.
Kind of just to get an idea, when someone calls Child Protective Services, it goes to the call centers, and then they decide what regional office it goes to. Like, say the parents live in El Monte or they live in Pomona. There's different offices throughout the county, so I work out of the Pomona office, and so if something comes in to our office, it gets assigned to us. I speak Spanish, so I get Spanish-speaking cases and English-speaking, and what happens is you literally get a packet, a referral, and then you start seeing what it is, allegations. It can be anywhere from physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, severe neglect, caretaker absence, incapacity. There's times where I go in to remove kids and they come with me willingly, open arms, do not cry, do not hesitate, which is very scary for us because it goes to show the bond with the parents, and who knows what kind of neglect they've been experiencing. But socially, emotionally, you get other children, that's really difficult, because what we've always noticed, it's they love their mothers unconditionally. They can do no wrong, and they don't understand and can't fathom and really concretely understand, like, what my mom's doing is not okay, or my dad, or even legal guardians, anybody we end up removing from. But those emotional traits start showing a little more later down when they're in placements or when they're with relatives, and it's really a lot of work for the new caregivers, I notice. And I don't see that aspect more because I go in, I do my investigation, I serve my orders, and then I step out. But I do see later down the line how difficult it can be, and just really having a good support and good understanding and open-mindedness to what they need.
Next up, we have Andrew Young, who works as an administrative counselor with the Riverside County Office of Education.
In our program, in the Foster Youth Services Coordinating Program, again, we want to positively identify all the care first and foremost, so that we are able to service them and provide the resources to them that are available. And when in my communications with counseling departments, I share a wealth of resources, a wealth of information that some may not know, that again are exclusively for our students in foster care. So that is a big thing that we have to make sure we get the information out to the people that need it on the front lines at the school sites. I work closely with district foster youth liaisons. In California, there's an assembly bill that every single school district has to have a foster youth liaison, and again, their job is solely to aid in the success of the students in foster care. So I work closely with them. Again, same thing. We have our saying down in our office: we want to build capacities, not dependency, meaning that we will give you or present you all the information, all the resources that you need to be here to run a successful program at your school. Do not rely on us to come in and do it for you. Last year, 2 years ago, I met with the entire counseling department at Heritage in conjunction with Mr. Harrell. And I was piloting, because I have created a mentoring program, a blueprint exclusively for foster youth to bring about school connectedness. That's our ultimate goal, making sure that the students have somebody at the school that they're connected to, somebody they know that they could go to, somebody that believes in them, somebody that is checking on them constantly, somebody that's making sure that they're where they're supposed to be and they're okay and they have all the things they need to be successful. Those are some of the key components of our mentoring program. So I presented that to your counseling department at Heritage, and Mr. DeAnda, he bit. Mr. DeAnda, he loved it, and he said that he would love to take it on. He stepped up wholeheartedly. He and we recruited some teachers, a couple other counselors, some security officers. Mr. Harrell is a part of the whole mentoring program, and we devised the mentoring team. So then now we went out and we brought all the students in foster care at Heritage High School together to present this to them, to let them know what we were going to be providing for them. We can't force them to be a part of it, but we're letting them know this is what we have for you guys, and we would love to have everybody participate, but again, it's on a volunteer basis. So I would like to say, last year, before all the pandemic stuff happened, we had, I want to say, 99% participation. So our program is specifically designed for students in foster care, and it is exclusively for them. So whatever students happen to be in foster care at Heritage High School, this is your program. This is designed explicitly for you.
Lastly, here's an interview with Mr. DeAnda, a counselor here at Heritage High School. Mr. DeAnda will be sharing the opportunities and resources that are available to students within the foster care system at our school.
So, for those of the students that don't know what the foster youth program is at school, can you elaborate on that?
So our foster youth program is ever changing. We have a lot of resources from the county. We have a lot of resources from our district, as well as our principal, Mr. Harrell, that is kind of the driving force for what we do on campus. Our counselors do a really good job with connecting with kids. The foster youth, our teachers do a really good job connecting with our foster youth, and so do our staff members. So what we're trying to do is direct that focus, direct that energy in a meaningful way. So our program on our campus currently, it's twofold. First, it's a mentor program where we assign a staff member on our campus from custodial to cafeterial to paraeducator to counselor, administrator, uh, to a foster youth, so that they can work with them, build relationships, disseminate important information that they should be getting, and then also sharing services and rights that they have, or sharing those rights with them so that they're well educated and they know what their rights are now and after high school. So that's kind of, and then the second part of our program is, which has been a little delayed obviously because of COVID, is getting the foster youth together every single month. And we've done a really good job with that over the last 2 years. And every month we have a different theme. One theme could be goals, or 1 month could be goals. The next month could be about life after high school. Several times, Mr. Andrew Young has come in to meet with us and talk with the students about new information, whether it's about tutoring or free computers, or special rights they have as far as the number of classes that they have to take. There's a lot of laws protecting our foster youth because of their situation. Right now, we're doing a combination of phone calls and emails. With primarily our communication is with email. There are 26 kiddos on our campus that are in the foster youth program, and we like to call them our rising stars, or our superstars. It's kind of interchangeable versus calling them foster youth all the time. They're just our rising stars or our superstars. And I email them pretty regularly, and I get some responses back. But right now, with being distance learning, the communication is not as good as if I was on campus and I could walk to their class and whatnot. But we are definitely working hard, and every counselor on our campus is working hard to keep that communication line open. So the kids really don't have to do much to sign up. All they have to do is be a foster youth, and they will be assigned a mentor. And I don't necessarily say forcing them to have a mentor, but in some regards, they're gonna receive a mentor, and they'll use that mentor, as they wish. So if they're uncomfortable, they don't feel like talking every week, maybe the foster youth could, let them know that, maybe every other week is fine. But the mentors will be instructed to try to make contact every week regardless, and try to reach out every week, disseminate information every week, just build those relationships with the foster youth, and let them know that we're here for them, we care about them, we understand their situation. We get that it's not a crutch, per se. I mean, they're still capable of, graduating 4-year university. We just realized that there could be some needed added support that we want to give them.
If you or any of your friends want to find out more about the Rising Stars program, contact Mr. Deanda.